In The Keys to the Kingdom, I'm telling a big story across all 7 books. It began with Mr. Monday. The new book, which will be out in May next year probably, is Superior Saturday. This is a point in the big story where you really start to see everything that's behind everything that's been going on. You see who the true enemies are, you see what the true situation is within the house. And a lot of the things that have been hinted at in the earlier books, start becoming clear. And for Arthur Penhaligon, the hero, of these books, his choices become very clear as well, and they're very hard choices that he faces. So it's exciting for me to get to this point in the story where I can reveal more about what's underpinned everything and more of what lies ahead. So I'm excited about telling that story. So Superior Saturday is the 6th book, and then Lord Sunday, the 7th book, brings everything together. I hope in an interesting way. I'm going to be very curious to see what readers think of where the story goes and how it all ultimately ends up, and we're getting closer to that ending. Inspiration for Subreal came from a variety of sources. A book is always composed of lots and lots of different inspirations that come from many different quarters. But one of the key inspirations for Subreal was a photograph that I saw, which was of Hadrian's Wall in the border between England and Scotland. And in this particular photograph, the southern side of the wall there was a green lawn, it looked like summer, but on the northern side of the wall there was snow on the hills, it looked like winter on the other. And that gave me one of the basic ideas of this separation between Ancestia, the country which is like sort of a 1918-ish England, and the Old Kingdom, a country where magic works and technology doesn't. So that was one of the inspirations for the setting. But lots and lots of other there are lots of other sources of inspiration for other parts of the book, which are much harder for me to identify many years later, or even at the time if we don't know where those ideas came from. But another one which I do know, and I'm pretty sure where the basic idea came from, was of the 7 bells. The 7 bells that the Ephorsans used to control and banish the dead came from a number of things. One of them was that I was thinking about the kind of magic that the Ephorsans could use, and I wanted to do something that was a bit different from the other fantasies that were around at the time. I didn't want to just have spell books and spells and so on. I wanted something different, and I was thinking about through legend what people have thought of ways of getting rid of things from the grave and so on. One of them, of course, is the classic exorcism by bell, book and candle. And I thought, well, books, magic books, that's very standard. I don't want to go there again. Candles, not very practical, in terms of magic by candles, and also not very dramatic. And bells, I was thinking I could do something with bells. And around the same time, I was reading Dorothy Sayers' murder mystery, The Nine Tailors, and I became aware from that book that bells often had names. The bells in that mystery are very significant. And from that I worked out that, okay, bells have names, I'll give the bells that I use in this story names as well. And so that's where that came from. That was a combination of thinking about something and being influenced by what I was reading at the time, and it all came together.